And then I later found out that Christians do this. So how did you find, I like figuring out how everyone found out that Christian hip hop was like a thing. Because I was way late. Like I'm probably the latest person when it comes to literally like learning what Christian hip hop was. So like, when did you figure that out?
Almost as soon as I figured out that I could rap.
Really?
To be honest. So like back when I was 14, I'm about to age myself hecka right now. But back when I was 14, like Higher Definition by Crossmovement had just dropped. And so that was like the first like CHH, you know what I'm saying? My sister bought it for my birthday and was like, bruh, if you don't get some headphones and get from around me, bruh, like going somewhere with that. So yeah, that was like the first CD. And then after that was Lecrae's Real Talk dropped after that, which was the first.
His first album.
Oh my God.
I'm over here like doing the math in my head. Like, how much older are you than me?
Over here like remembering like all these like, who was the one joint he had? ATLians or something like that. It was like aliens. We are. I'm like, bro, like I heard it the other day. I was like, yo, that was 2004 for real.
Oh my goodness. That's funny. So I guess, did you ever make a conscious effort to be like, yo, I'm going to be a CHH artist. Like this is what I'm going to be, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I think the fact that I was exposed to like rap within that sphere, it really got like my desire to use it for Christ, because I already saw like what the world was doing with rap. And like if you listen to it, like I knew who Tupac was, you know what I'm saying? I knew who Nas was, I knew who Jay-Z was, like, and it was no knock to those guys. It was just like, there was a reason my parents were like, nah, don't listen to them.
Exactly.
And I never wanted to be in a situation where I had something to say, but somebody's parents was like, no.
And listen to them.
Yeah, because I'm like, yo, like if kids can't listen to you, then there must not be, at least the way that my parents raised me is like, if kids can't listen, then there must not be anything to teach within, or it's not something that you should want to learn. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, like there's a reason that there's parental advisories, not because it's like too great for you. Like it's not.
Right.
So, like I want what I do to last. And I think that was the first time, even at that age, like the Lord was like, yo, like make a decision. I was like, yo, like I want something that is going to be able to be a positive part of my legacy. And I don't hear, edits and chops and screws.
Right. No, I feel that. So what are your thoughts on, since it seems like you were a CHH fan like early, what do you think about it now? Because I mean, it's kind of a joke, but a lot of artists I know have like muted the phrase CHH on Twitter so they never see it. And like there's all this drama and stuff. Like, what are your thoughts on it, at least as an artist, or maybe as a fan too? Has it gotten better? Is it different? That type of thing.
I feel like from a consumer standpoint, it's more likely for whatever type of music you're into to be represented now than to be. I feel like there's a lot more opportunity for CHH artists to be quote unquote successful, but financially in different spheres. And I think that's great because it does give us a lane to kind of grow and expand and reach a bunch of people. Maturity wise, I am definitely, we have opportunities for growth. Say it dramatically, you know what I mean? It's just, I feel like more cats need to be aware of why they got into this. And there needs to be more, not necessarily gatekeeping, but discipleship when we get into this. Yeah. Because I think that's leading to a lot of premature exits, not just the genre, but in people's faith. And so, now we're having people that they might have strong musical backgrounds and great networking, but absolutely zero, like, spiritual, like, content, really. And so, I think as an artist, your music that you put out is reflective of where your heart is at. And so, I definitely wish that, within our genre, we would learn to support each other better. and also just kind of be a little bit more mature overall, because a lot of the squabbles we have
are stupid.
Like, who are we fighting today, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, on Twitter, sometimes it'd be so wild. And I'm brothers and sisters. Like, I love y'all, but
I had to take a week break. Like last week, I took a week off Twitter, and that's a big thing for me because anyone that knows me knows that I live on that app. I love being social with people. Like, I've like now lifelong friends of people that I've met on the internet. You know, like there's a lot of good that can come from it, but it definitely had become a thing where I was low-key addicted, and it was like bringing me down because of all the arguing and fighting, and not with like non-Christians, but with other people who are Christians. It's like, why are we're on the same team? Like, it doesn't make no sense. It's like the whole world, and then like this little speck of a genre is like arguing with each other, and it's like, what are you doing? Like, it's like if Whoville argued with each other all day. It's like no one even knows. Like, why y'all should be on the same team? Like, it doesn't make no sense.
It's like a bunch of raccoons just fighting over the set. Like, bruh, like, come on. I mean, we ain't raccoons, but like, honestly, like, that's like the first thing that I think of. Like, we are the same. Like, if we minus some of that energy and just like put it towards spiritual wars, or you know what I'm saying, like praying for each other or serving, like, we would way more effective.
Completely agree.
Not gonna lie, so when I was younger, I would say, like, you know how we all go through this identity crisis type thing when we're younger?
That's good.
Yeah, kind of. Like, you don't want to be like
friends, indie friends.
Oh, okay.
So
do wonders like AI anomalies.
I know that, right? Saga, who was
on the same beats. You're definitely more lyrical. So like, you're not.
I actually knew a guy in Miami that he was going to the same church.
And I tweeted like last week that someday I'm gonna have a song with him. I don't know how it's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen. So